Okay, so you're here listening because you want to get in on the action. You want to know how to make sense of this whole meme coin thing.
Exactly. And I think it's safe to say that everyone is interested in meme coins.
Right. I mean, it seems like every other day there's a new headline about some massive gain someone made or, some cautionary tale about a rug pull.
Absolutely. It's a wild market for sure. Tons of potential upside, but also a ton of risk.
And I think that's why a lot of people kind of shy away from it.
Yeah, it can feel like the Wild West out there.
Totally.
Mm.
So for this deep dive, you found some really interesting sources about two tools that can maybe bring some sanity to the meme coin madness.
Yeah, exactly. Memoradar and Av.ai.
And what's cool is that they kind of approach things from totally different angles.
Yeah, one's all about the social media hype. The other one's about digging into the actual blockchain data.
And the big question is, can you use these two things together to make smarter trading decisions?
Exactly. Can we use them to actually kind of outsmart the market a little bit?
Right. So let's start with Memoradar. It's a Chrome extension, right?
It is basically it's always listening to what people are saying online about different meme coins.
Okay. So it's like a social media filter for the crypto world.
Exactly. Like imagine trying to drink from a fire hose.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it's like trying to keep up with all the chatter about meme coins online.
Right. And Memorator is supposed to help us, sip from a glass instead of getting completely overwhelmed.
Exactly. It's about filtering out the noise and finding those real signals.
So one of the cool things that this source mentions is that it has this community alpha call monitoring feature.
Yeah, and this is one of the features that I find most interesting.
Yeah, because I mean, like, how do we actually know who to listen to, right? There are so many people out there claiming to be experts.
That's the thing, right?
Mm.
It's tough to separate the signal from the noise. And what this feature does is it specifically focuses on those people who have already kind of proven themselves in the space.
So like actual experienced traders and influencers.
Exactly. People who've been around for a while and have a track record of actually spotting those early opportunities.
Got it. So instead of just following any random person on Twitter who's shouting about the next big thing.
Right. You're getting insights from people who've actually been there and done that.
So it's kind of like having a team of expert scouts out there looking for the next hidden gem.
Exactly. And that's incredibly valuable because timing is everything in this market.
Right. If you can get in early on something before it blows up, that's where the big money is made.
And that's exactly what this feature is trying to help you do.
Okay, so then there's this other feature that the source mentions, Telegram and Twitter call tracking.
Right. So this one is all about keeping your finger on the pulse of what's trending.
So it's kind of like the broader version of the community alpha thing.
Exactly. Community Alpha is focused on a more select group of experts.
Yeah.
This one is casting a wider net.
Okay, so it's tracking what's being said across all of Twitter and Telegram.
Yeah, and it's looking for those sudden spikes and mentions those moments when a particular meme coin starts to really gain traction.
Got it. So this is more about identifying those emerging trends, maybe things that the alpha community hasn't even picked up on yet.
Exactly. It's about catching those early waves of enthusiasm before they become massive.
And the third feature the source mentions is trading strategy call monitoring.
Yeah, this one's really interesting. It's like getting a glimpse into the minds of successful traders.
Okay, so are we talking about actual like buy and sell signals?
Not necessarily, but it's more about understanding the different approaches that people are taking.
So like what indicators they're watching, how they're managing risk, that kind of thing.
Exactly. It's about learning from the best and potentially adapting their strategies to fit your own style.
Got it. So Memoradar is giving us these three main ways to tap into the collective wisdom of the meme coin community.
Exactly. It's about understanding the social sentiment around these coins in real time.
Which can be incredibly powerful because in a market like this where things move so fast, sentiment can really drive price action.
Absolutely. But it's important to remember that sentiment can change on a dime.
Right. Just because something is trending on Twitter doesn't necessarily mean it's a good investment.
And that's where Av.ai comes in. It's all about providing that data-driven counterpoint to the sometimes fickle world of social media.
Okay, so Av.ai is like the reality and check the voice of reason.
Exactly. It's about looking beyond the hype and seeing what's actually happening on the blockchain.
So the source calls it robust on-chain analytics. But what does that actually mean for someone who's trying to make sense of all this?
Basically, it means that Av.ai gives you a whole suite of tools to analyze the underlying data behind each meme coin.
Okay, so instead of just relying on gut feeling or what someone's saying online.
You can actually look at the numbers and see what's really going on.
So one of the key features that this source highlights is smart money tracking.
Yes, this is about following the whales.
Okay, now I've heard that term thrown around a lot, but what does it actually mean?
Basically, whales are those individuals or institutions that hold a significant amount of a particular cryptocurrency.
So they have a lot of buying power.
Exactly. And their movements can have a huge impact on the market.
So Aave.ai lets you see what the whales are doing with their money,
Yeah, you can track their wallets, see what they're buying and selling.
which could be incredibly valuable because if you can anticipate what the whales are going to do,
You can potentially get ahead of those big market moves.
and the next feature is liquidity pool analysis.
Right, so liquidity is all about how easily you can buy and sell a particular asset.
Okay, so like if there's not enough liquidity, it can be hard to get in or out of a trade without affecting the price.
Exactly. You might end up paying a much higher price than you expected or getting a much lower price when you sell.
So Aave.ai helps you assess the liquidity of different meme coins.
Yeah, gives you a detailed look at the liquidity pools so you can understand how much buying and selling power is actually there.
Which is crucial because I imagine a lot of these meme coins probably have pretty shallow liquidity pools.
Yeah, especially the newer ones.
Yeah.
So understanding the liquidity situation is super important before you jump into any trades.
Okay, so wallet sorting and analysis. This sounds like you can really go deep with this.
You can, yeah. It's like being able to look under the hood of the entire market.
So you can analyze individual wallets and see what people are doing.
Exactly. You can see how much they're holding when they bought and sold.
And you can use this information to maybe identify some trends or patterns.
Yeah, you can see if certain wallets are consistently making profitable trades and try to figure out what they're doing differently.
So it's like learning from the best by analyzing their actual trading behavior.
Exactly. And then there's the rug pull risk evaluation feature, which is super important in the meme coin world.
Right, because, I mean, let's be honest, rug pulls are a huge problem in this space.
Yeah, unfortunately, there are a lot of shady projects out there.
And Aave.ai is trying to help us avoid those scams.
Exactly. It uses algorithms to look for those red flags that might indicate a rug pull is imminent.
Okay, so it's like a scam detector for meme coins.
Exactly. And it can save you a lot of heartache and money in the long run.
So Aave.ai is giving us all this data-driven insight into the inner workings of the meme coin market.
Exactly. It's about looking beyond the hype and making more informed decisions.
And that's why I think using both Memoradar and Aave.ai together could be so powerful.
Yeah, it's about combining that social sentiment analysis with the on-chain data.
So Memoradar tells us what's getting people excited, what's trending.
And then Aave.ai helps us validate those signals by looking at the actual blockchain activity.
Right, so we can see if the hype is actually backed up by real buying and selling.
Exactly. It's about connecting the dots between the social buzz and the on-chain evidence.
And this combined approach can potentially give us a huge edge in the market.
Absolutely, because we're not just reacting to hype. We're making decisions based on a more complete picture.
So instead of just chasing the latest pump and dump,
We can identify those projects that have real potential and staying power.
and that's how we can start to really profit in the meme coin space.
Exactly. It's about being smart about it, not just throwing money at anything that goes viral.
Okay, so for our listeners out there who are just getting started with meme coins, what's the one key takeaway they should remember about using these tools together?
I think the key takeaway is this. Don't just follow the crowd. Do your own research and validate what you're seeing online with the on-chain data.
Right, don't just buy into the hype blindly.
Exactly. Take a step back, use the tools that are available to you, and make informed decisions.
Because at the end of the day, the meme coin market is still a market.
And the same principles of smart investing apply.
So do your due diligence, manage your risk, and don't be afraid to walk away from something that doesn't feel right.
Exactly. Trust your gut, but back it up with data.
This has been a really interesting deep dive into the world of meme coins.
It's a fascinating space for sure, and I think we're just scratching the surface of what's possible.
And as these tools continue to evolve,
We're going to see even more sophisticated ways to analyze and understand this market.
so for our listeners out there, keep learning, keep exploring, and always stay one step ahead.
Because that's how you win in the world of meme coins.
So here's a final thought for you to ponder as you navigate this wild and exciting world of meme coins.
What role do you think artificial intelligence will play in the future of meme coin trading? Will we reach a point where algorithms are making most of the decisions?
That's something to think about. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Thanks for having me.
Until next time, happy trading.
Stay informed out there.